Welcome to today's tutorial where we'll take a comprehensive look at Socrates, a figure whose ideas shaped the foundations of Western thought. Socrates, an Athenian philosopher from the 5th century BC, revolutionized the way people approached knowledge, ethics, and the purpose of life. He didn't write down his ideas, but through the works of his students, especially Plato, we can still explore his teachings today. In this video, we'll cover Socrates' life, the revolutionary Socratic method, his major philosophical contributions, and his trial and death, all in a detailed 10-minute breakdown. Stick around to uncover why Socrates remains a vital figure in philosophy. Socrates' life and Athens in the 5th century BC. Early life. Born around 470 BC, Socrates lived through the height of Athenian democracy. He wasn't from a wealthy family. His father was a stonemason, and his mother a midwife. Socrates, too, trained as a stonemason but later turned to philosophy. Military service. Socrates served as a soldier in the Peloponnesian War, where he gained a reputation for his bravery and resilience. He participated in key battles like Potidaea, Delium, and Amphipolis, all of which helped shape his stoic demeanor. Intellectual climate. Socrates lived during the Golden Age of Athens, a time of immense cultural and intellectual achievement. Figures like Pericles, Sophocles, and Thucydides were contemporaries. This period also saw the rise of the Sophists, a group of traveling teachers who focused on rhetoric and persuasion, often in opposition to Socrates' pursuit of truth. The Socratic Method in detail. Purpose of the method. The Socratic method wasn't just about asking questions, it was a disciplined way of interrogating ideas to uncover contradictions and challenge superficial thinking. It aimed to dismantle false beliefs and lead individuals to clearer, more logical conclusions. Key features. Dialectic process. Socratic questioning is a form of dialectic, where two or more people discuss opposing viewpoints to reach a higher understanding. Socrates believed this method led to knowledge through refutation of false beliefs. Moral implications. The method was often used to explore ethical dilemmas. Socrates would ask questions like, "What is justice?" or "What is virtue?" leading his students to explore complex moral ideas. For example, in Plato's Republic, Socrates engages in a dialogue about the nature of justice, leading to profound insights into personal and political ethics. Influence today. Education. The Socratic method is now a common teaching strategy in classrooms, where instructors ask guiding questions to foster critical thinking. Law. In legal practices, especially during cross-examination, lawyers use a version of the Socratic method to challenge witnesses and uncover the truth.
Philosophy. It continues to be a central tool in philosophy, pushing students and scholars to clarify their thoughts and rigorously examine beliefs.
Philosophical contributions, knowledge, virtue, and the examined life. Knowledge and virtue. Socrates argued that knowledge and virtue are inseparable. He believed that people commit wrongs only out of ignorance. If they truly knew what was right, they would act accordingly.
His famous claim, "I know that I know nothing," highlights his belief that true wisdom comes from recognizing the limits of one's knowledge. This intellectual humility was central to his philosophy.
The examined life. Socrates emphasized the importance of self-reflection and introspection. He believed that without examining one's life, actions, and values, people were doomed to live without purpose or meaning. This is captured in his quote, "The unexamined life is not worth living," a call to constantly question one's beliefs and motivations to live a virtuous and fulfilling life. Socratic paradoxes. Socrates introduced several paradoxes, such as, "No one desires evil," meaning that all wrong actions stem from ignorance, not malice. Another is, "Virtue is knowledge," suggesting that moral excellence comes from understanding what is good and acting on it. Socrates' trial and death. A defining moment in philosophy. Accusations. In 399 BC, Socrates was accused of corrupting the youth of Athens and impiety, or not believing in the gods of the state. His teachings had attracted a number of young followers, and some of them, like Alcibiades, became controversial figures in Athens. The defense and apology. During his trial, Socrates defended his actions by arguing that his questioning improved the moral fiber of Athens. He compared himself to a gadfly, constantly prodding the city to self-awareness and action. His sentencing and death. After being found guilty, Socrates was offered the chance to propose an alternative punishment. Rather than suggesting a lenient sentence, Socrates famously suggested he should be rewarded for his services to Athens. This defiance sealed his fate. He was sentenced to death by drinking poison hemlock. In his final moments, as described in Plato's Phaedo, Socrates discussed the immortality of the soul, demonstrating his calm acceptance of death and his belief in the importance of a virtuous life. Conclusion. Socrates' influence on philosophy and Western thought cannot be overstated. He was not merely a philosopher but a disruptor of conventional thinking in his time. His refusal to accept superficial answers, combined with his method of questioning to arrive at deeper truths, changed how people approached knowledge. By shifting the focus of philosophy from the external world to the internal world of human ethics and behavior, he laid the groundwork for future philosophers like Plato and Aristotle. One of Socrates' most lasting contributions is the Socratic Method, a form of cooperative argumentative dialogue that is still widely used in education, law, and debate today. This method emphasizes critical thinking and self-reflection, guiding participants to discover their own errors and achieve a more accurate understanding of their beliefs. Socrates showed that by asking the right questions, we can come to a more profound understanding of what is true, rather than just accepting things at face value. Another key element of his philosophy is his belief that virtue is knowledge, and that people do wrong only because they are ignorant of what is truly good. This moral insight had profound implications for ethical thinking. Socrates believed that if people truly knew what was right, they would act accordingly. He viewed ignorance as the root cause of evil, and this idea challenged many of the prevailing notions of morality at the time. His trial and death only cemented his legacy. By choosing death over exile or silence, Socrates became a symbol of intellectual integrity and moral courage. He believed in his mission to question and help others seek truth, even if it meant paying the ultimate price. His famous words, "The unexamined life is not worth living," continue to inspire people to live thoughtfully and pursue wisdom throughout their lives. Socrates didn't just give us answers, he gave us a way of thinking, a method of inquiry that is invaluable in all areas of life, from ethical dilemmas to personal growth. His teachings encourage us to reflect, question our assumptions, and aim for a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Today, more than 2 millennia later, Socrates remains a guiding light in philosophy, reminding us of the importance of wisdom, virtue, and the constant pursuit of truth. Thank you for watching this in-depth exploration of Socrates and his profound influence on Western philosophy. I hope this tutorial gave you a clearer understanding of his life, the Socratic Method, and the timeless ideas that continue to inspire critical thinking and self-reflection today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, it really helps support the channel. Also, don't forget to consider subscribing to CyberTheo for more educational content like this, where we delve into philosophy, history, technology, and more. If you have any thoughts or questions about Socrates, feel free to share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take and keep the discussion going. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Remember, the pursuit of knowledge begins with asking questions, so keep questioning, keep learning, and stay curious. See you next time.